On.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. You are tuned into Transitions, Life, Lessons, and Legacy. I am Hyacinth Henderson, joined by
The fabulous one and only, her father, her diddy, her daddy, Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach. And I am the president, the founder, the creator, the visionary of the Henderson Financial Group, Henderson Realty, and also Henderson Insurance. And we love what we do. We're a full service financial planning firm. My wonderful daughter, right here, right next to me, just carrying on, creating. Um, I just gotta say, you're really doing some good things about automation and animation,
thank
and
you.
keeping on the cutting edge of technology.
Thank
I
you.
really like that. Five children, man. I'm so glad that you like a thinker.
Yeah.
That's really important. That's a blessing, man. That really is a blessing. I'm gonna let y'all know that's a blessing, because thinkers rule the world. Always have, always will, and it's important to think. As a matter of fact, after my daughter introduced herself and what she do around here, we're gonna segue right into this whole thing about thinking and tricking your subconscious mind, because most people don't know what you have between your two ears. We really don't.
Yeah, I agree. I think most people sleep on it. They don't realize the power of it. So thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for those kind words. Is today my birthday?
Every day is your birthday.
I love that response. It sure is. Every day is my birthday. Very good. Good. So I am Hyacinth Henderson. For those of you who don't know, let me say that and say Henderson. For those of you who don't know, my name is Hyacinth Henderson. S-O-N, Hyacinth Henderson. Our family-owned firm is the Henderson Financial Group. I'm actually a licensed stockbroker, a registered investment advisor, representative, an insurance and annuity broker. And around here, I just do what it takes. Do whatever it takes.
In other words, we're regulated heavily by the man.
Right. We are.
Oh my God. You have melanin in your skin like we do.
Yeah.
You are heavily regulated.
Yes.
So we do things right, in other words.
Yeah. And so that's what we do by day. A part of me, and I do this at night as well. I guess a part of me and what I enjoy is I enjoy learning and exploring. And so that is why you get the things like me creating and being on the leading edge of stuff, because I just have this curiosity that just won't stop. And so, I like to learn. Yeah. I embrace it now. I rock with this. I like to learn. I am big on metaphysics, mindset, spirituality, all those things. So y'all may see that come out a little bit.
Because as you was talking, because you and I are like a lot like that. We have this thirst for learning and growing and expanding. And I was just thinking when you were saying that, to not be that is to be bored, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know that other people who are not that, I don't know that they're bored. Or maybe they do use the word like bored.
Yeah, like they boxed in.
They say they're bored and they like,
they don't have nothing to do, so they go create some stupid stuff to do, some meaningless stuff, rather than trying to figure it out more in terms of what they don't know.
Right. Yeah. Being
newness.
Yeah.
Awareness.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Because I think that people just, they're doing silly stuff that don't mean anything. I think that it's not really expanding them. I think that you can be happy and dumb or childlike, but in terms of when you're seeking, because you know that there's more information and more knowledge and more advancement, then you forever thirsty.
Yeah, I agree. It reminds me of something I shared on Facebook a few days ago. I was studying over the weekend and I came to the realization, or I made the connection, that the days of the week in Spanish actually are in alignment with the days, the planets. You be talking about me and my phone. Look at you with the phone. We can see you on the internet.
Okay. Well, I had to get this guy.
He just can't wait.
Antonio, all of a sudden.
He can't wait. He just can't. We live. This everybody can see you. They can see you.
Yeah.
Y'all say we can see you. This not right. This is this is inappropriate. It's incorrect.
but I just that's a Medicare person that called and said, "Need Medicare." I put Antonio on it because he's turning 65. And he wasn't even thinking about me going, on Facebook.
That has nothing to that has nothing to do with this conversation.
But when duty calls, man, I gotta pop. Okay, we're back. All right, go ahead. We back. Tony, I'm on Facebook, so
He
I talk
knows
with
you're
you.
on Facebook, which is the interesting part about it.
Yeah.
But here we are. So as I was saying, as I was studying, I realized that the days of the week in Spanish, and I know Spanish is your
They
thing.
just
You
say
and
you can see us.
you right. That's what I said. We can you can see you
I
not
see.
paying attention. And I
Thank you
like when
so
I
much,
come into his
Daddy.
office, I like undivided
No,
attention.
that's right. I can be doing anything, and she stands right there like she's a ghost until I acknowledge her. That's amazing.
I like that. I like undivided attention.
Wow.
I don't think that's
What
a
about the
bad
opposite?
thing.
What about when someone comes in your office? You're like,
If I'm on
think about that. Think about
no,
that.
this is not
No,
true.
the golden rule is doing to others as you want them to do to you.
First of all, you come into my office
Okay,
before you
okay.
even hit the corner, you
Listen.
talk so loud and I'm on the phone. So I have to give you that
I'm
warning.
a big guy. I'm grande, even though I'm 5'9".
You
I'm a
didn't jump when
big
I scared
guy.
you today. Why didn't you jump?
Because I'm at peace, man. What I'm jumping
I
for?
said, boo. And he
Right.
just stood there.
I'm like, wow, you know what I mean?
All right,
we,
let's
we
get
got we can't
you the one
regurgitate.
started
we
this
gotta-
with your phone. So
Okay.
let's go back. So what I was saying is how we were talking, you started talking about how there are so many things that we don't know. I think you said something
Look at
like that.
Larissa say I
You
see
are
you.
getting sidetracked again.
Okay, go ahead.
The people can see
You're
you.
not gonna do 10 things at one time.
No, you cannot.
Yes, I can.
Okay, can you not
Daughter.
do it? Can you not do
Mind
it?
you, daughter.
You're right, Daddy.
daughter.
You can do 10 things at once. Can you just do this one thing right now? Can you?
Yes.
Please?
Yes.
Thank you so much. You're so kind.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Let's move on.
I'm so happy you're my dad.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So as I was saying, we were talking about learning and studying, and I came to the realization or made the connection that the days of the week in Spanish actually align to the planetary influences that rule that day. Now, I know you know Spanish. Do you remember what the day of the week, what Wednesday's day is in Spanish?
Miraculous.
Do you know what that sounds like?
Uh,
Think about planets.
I don't know. Mercury.
Yes.
What about lunas?
Sunday.
But
No, that's Saturday for the
but
moon. Lunar.
yeah.
Lunas is Saturday for the moon. Let's go back. Here's one that's going to blow your mind. Then we can move on. It blew my mind.
I want to talk about tricking.
What is the day of the
You
week?
getting all into lunas and Domingo and Salvador.
Because you know what? When you said people are studying or focus on things that don't matter, when I came to that realization, I was like, oh my gosh, why was I focused on stupid stuff for so long? Like I was literally,
Don't ask your daddy.
I was literally like, why was I focused on stupid stuff for so long? Because we, just like we talked about last week, things are hidden in plain sight. So there is a reason why the Spanish days of the week are named after the planets, which the average person thinks that the planets don't influence us at all. I thought it just blew my mind. But anyway, come on with your topic, Daddy.
Okay. How to trick your subconscious mind. I was driving on I-95 and I was thinking about that, and I said that's the topic I want to talk about today. And Heist and I was said, how to control. We're trying to say, what should we say? How your subconscious mind, how to control it, or how to whatever, manipulate it, or how to power of it. And I said, no, how to trick it, because most people are tricked and they don't even know that they're being tricked on. When we're being programmed, don't even know we're being programmed. We think it's our decisions and the way we act and think and do. We think it's somebody has programmed us, because if you're not taking care of your mind, somebody is always taking care of your mind. They're making you feel this way or do this, and then you just go with the flow. Okay, so the subconscious mind, and I was talking to Heist, I said, why don't we do that? Because when you really think about it, there's something inside of each and every one of us. God is so good and so fair and so just until everybody has this, whether you're black, white, fat, skinny, old, young, whatever. Everybody have this. It's going to stay with us. Most people don't understand their subconscious mind. But that's like when I was like broke and I was 18 years old. And my first car, a guy was giving it to me for like $200. And he says, it's a stick shift. And I'm like, I don't know how to drive a stick shift, but I want a car. I'll learn. Mm-hmm. And I learned, so I can drive a stick shift. Matter of fact, my Porsche is a six shift, But I remember thinking back, my Porsche, when I bought my Porsche, no one in my whole family, Natalie, none of my children, other than Heisey, learned how to drive a stick shift, so they couldn't drive the Porsche. That reminds me of a lot of people don't know how to use their subconscious mind, and they just go on it, and it's like, okay, they never learned it, and they're okay. At least they're getting by.
And here's the thing with that example, that's a visual that people can use, that example of the Porsche, right? So plenty of people say and have said, man, I want to borrow your car.
Right.
I want to drive your car.
Right.
And you're like, okay, it's a stick shift.
They go, okay,
All right,
I can't, right?
that's it.
So they can't go where they want to go, and they can't style out in my convertible Porsche. They
Right.
can't do it.
Meanwhile, my 21st birthday, I'm on South Beach in a Porsche with a top drop. Right.
You remember that?
digress. Of course.
She was driving a Porsche with the drop top and all
Of
that.
course, on South Beach,
So what does
baby.
that have to do with the subconscious mind?
Right. So I like this example because the people who say, I just can't drive it, okay, let me just keep going. Let me walk. I don't know how to drive it. I'm not going to learn to drive it. We can relate this to the subconscious mind. The people who don't understand how to trick or manipulate or program, the word is really program, but we know y'all like a little spice. So
Like a
we
little
use the
trick.
word trick, right? A little trickery. So the people who don't know how to trick or program their subconscious mind, you are doing the equivalent of saying, oh man, that's a nice car. It's a stick, man. Oh, I wish I could drive it. And just going on about your business instead of saying, let me learn, what is this stick shift? Let me get in here. Let me play around with it. Let me see, what do I need to do to be able to drive a stick? We're not talking about Mr. Henderson's car. We're talking about your subconscious mind. So if you don't program your subconscious mind, sure, you may be able to get along.
Or learn how to operate it.
Right. You may be able to get somewhere.
Right.
But you're not going to get where you want to get, how you want to get it.
When you want to get it.
So you could drive a car.
Right.
But you ain't gonna be able to drive that stick Porsche.
Right.
So in your life, you can get wherever you want to go. But if you ain't programming your subconscious mind,
right,
you could be
doing
so much more.
That's right.
You could have a different lifestyle.
That's right.
You could be styling and profiling.
That's right.
But you have not learned to program your subconscious mind.
Matter of fact, not only learn, most of us, 95% of people don't even know they have a subconscious mind, how to work it, don't even want to bother about working it. But you got to be conscious of each and every one of us. I'm telling you, you can't duck this. If you got a pulse, if you can breathe in and out, you came equipped standard subconscious mind. You ain't got to pay more for it. Like go to get a car, you want to get more upgrade. It's already in all of us.
It's a part of the package.
It's a part of the package, and so many people let dormant. But in order to create, in order to accomplish, you have to impregnate. You have to wake up the subconscious mind. You know, when you pass a test, when you accomplish that, to remember that and to understand it, that's all subconscious mind work, man. I'm telling you. But you focus on it. Then after that, you drop it and you go do stuff and you start back doing some dumb stuff. But if you start using that same energy, start using that same subconscious mind and manipulate it, you can have and do. Man, let me tell you something. Reverend Knight was really good with it. He talked about it a lot. A lot of people don't want to go with Reverend Knight. But
I like Reverend Knight, but lunar is Monday for the moon.
Right.
It's not Saturday. I think I said that before. As you were talking, it came back to me. Lunas is Monday.
Said that. I know Lunas is Monday in Spanish.
Right. And that's for the moon, which is Moon Day.
Right.
Which is governed by the moon.
Okay.
Okay, back to Reverend Knight.
See, you talking to me. That's how you interrupted me. You did exactly what you accused me of earlier. Y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that. That's why I'm paying no attention. See that? She just be talking, you know. I'm in her and she's in me. She sees a reflection. So when she see me doing but she do it too. You know what I mean?
It's irrelevant to the conversation. I didn't want the audience to think. I wanted them to have the correct information.
Okay.
So yes, Reverend Knight. Love Reverend Knight.
Okay. So let's get
back into
let's
it.
get more into this thing that we all have, this powerful gift from God, the Creator, that most people don't even know, believe. And definitely, if you don't know and believe it, don't even think about it, how can you use it? How you can use it. But I'm telling you, it is your helper.
I think
it is your helper.
I think a gateway into understanding the power of your subconscious mind is to first start with the acceptance that your life, everything you're experiencing, is a result of your thoughts.
Yes.
Everything. Like that. Let's just start there. And so let me give you an example.
That's the first part of getting in and recognizing and using it to wake up and power your subconscious mind.
Yeah, it's very important. But it's important to realize, like, to take that ownership and say, my life right now, what I am experiencing, what I am feeling is a result of my thoughts. And I know a lot of times people say, well, things happen to me and this is happening. Well, I want to go a step further and give you a gift today. And I want to encourage you to look at things that happen to you as just things. When things happen, they are only things. They are neither good nor bad. They are neither right nor wrong. They are just things. They are just circumstances. Your thoughts about the thing that happened is what is going to either put you on a position to where you are happy or where you are sad. That is so important, because when we start talking about you being able to program your subconscious mind, a lot of you out there listening are looking at your life and experiencing different things, and you're saying, gosh, why is this happening to me? I want you to pull the thing and the thought, separate the two. Like, why is this happening to me? No, this thing is happening. Watch this, y'all. This thing is happening. The thing is happening, and I get to have a thought about the thing that is happening. I don't have to say this is bad, like him on his cell phone. I can have a thought and say, every time he picks up his cell phone when I am talking, he is not a good daddy. He don't love me. Right? I can choose that. Or I can say, every time he picks up his cell phone, he's just unable to multitask. So just give him a pass and let him do that. But I know that he still loves me, and I am. Keep going.
You know, if I told you what this phone, if I told the audience what that was, I had to zero in. Okay,
I'm teaching. You're getting me off track.
Everybody would say, Henderson, you were so right. You supposed to have looked at that text.
It's not because you know what he's gonna say.
Sent me, because I told mortgage company, listen, there's something called line of credit, and it's called a relock. Okay, and you can have a house, and it's better than a HELOC. Okay, because when you get money off the line of credit from your house, guess what? You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay. Make no mortgage payment. That's someone I need to get information on. And this guy's like a week behind because he was in Spain. He's back, and he said, Henderson, I have the answer for you, and I have the people on the phone right now. Can you talk? And I'm like, no, I need that answer. I need to tell the people, but I'm on Facebook right now. I'll call you back in 30 minutes. Bam! That was some good stuff, right? Should I have just ignored him, or should I have told him? Because I'm gonna tell y'all about how you can get a line of credit like it's on your home and get money and don't have to pay it back. That's good stuff, right? Put a 1 in there if y'all think that was worth me listening to her, but answering that. Just put a 1. Let me know. Is that good information? All right, go ahead.
You couldn't talk to him anyway.
But I had to let him know that I was in 30 minutes. I want to get that answer so I can share.
So, and this is how we're different. And I respect that we're different, because
look at that, Larissa. That's right. That's my girl. That's
my girl. I would have been like, I am here in this moment right now.
That's right. You would have.
Absolutely. That's why I'm about listen. He ain't finna stress me out, but I will get it done.
President, founder.
that. Come on, we're not gonna go there.
Come on, you digress. Let's get to the point. Let's get to the
Clutch his pearls. Let me go back to
teaching. Look at Larissa. That's my girl.
But he didn't get the info, Larissa. Yes, that's the point. No, he didn't. He has to call him back in 30 minutes. You gotta call him back.
But they had a 3-way conversation. There was 3 people online. They wanted to chime me in.
Did they chime you in?
They
no. It's a yes, I know. Did they chime you in, Daddy?
But I let them know I'm there with you, but I'm on Facebook Live. Just give me 30 minutes and we all in. So they can go have their lunch. They ain't gotta keep calling back. Because if I want to answer, they kept calling back. Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go back, ladies and gentlemen.
Subconscious mind.
Your thoughts.
Tricking it.
You have to understand.
Look at Desi.
I'm gonna let you finish.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna let you finish. Are you finished or are you done?
I'm done.
And you finished? So you done. Okay. All right. So going back to the power of your subconscious mind. So before we can tell you that you need to program.
Go ahead.
Where am I right now? Are we back at North Day Elementary School, middle school?
No. That's before. No, Annie Atwood was before middle school. That's elementary school, Annie Atwood.
She brought the junior out of you too. I see.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
Right,
anyone else?
Well, she put a 1, so she knew I was some good information. But go ahead.
Any more of Mr. Henderson's classmates, friends, associates, business partners, clients, family members that would like a shout out?
Come on, we gotta go. You know, she don't like this, y'all. You know, that's a little high. Okay, so let's get back to it.
I'm gonna get back to it again, Daddy.
The
thoughts. So before you can understand how that you can program your subconscious mind, you must accept and understand that things just happen. And the way that you feel about them comes from the way that you think about them. This is important because as things happen, you have a choice to say, this is wrong, this is right, this is good, this is bad, this made me feel good, this made me feel bad, whatever the case may be. Understanding that empowers you to say, if I have a choice to think a certain way about the thing, because the thing just is, he may think, here it is, a text message. He thinks that it's appropriate to stop what he's doing and entertain the text message at that time. I don't feel that way. I feel like cell phones are an invasion of my privacy, and they're just not what I want to do in my life. I don't want to be interrupted, right? Doesn't mean that I'm right or he's right or I'm wrong, whatever the case may be. It is my thoughts about how I feel about cell phones and him interrupting the text message is interrupting the conversation for text messages that dictates how I'm going to respond. Now, because I know that I am in control of my thoughts, I know that when he interrupts and doesn't give his undivided attention, not just on the show, but in the real world too, I can either throw a temper tantrum and say, you don't love me. I can storm out and I can say, because the thing that he is doing is not giving me his undivided attention, I get to choose if I get to label that thing as he doesn't love me. That's a very real thing that some people do, right?
Yeah, a lot of people do that. And as soon as if you act like that, I'll first thing come to my mind, medication. But go ahead. I'm with you. You could have said that he don't love me because he giving me
he doesn't
undivided
talk
attention.
to me.
Right,
He doesn't
right.
give me his undivided attention.
You could say that,
and
your subconscious mind will.
I could say that because I told myself that the action that you're doing translates to you not loving me
and an unhappiness.
And you're telling yourself that the action that you're doing translates to you getting some more money we can all live happily ever after.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the ultimate love, yes. Right? Because we're not poor.
That's for sure.
Right. So what I'm saying is I'm sharing this example because I want you all to understand that when things happen, you have to say, hold on. What thought am I going to give this? What energy am I going to give this? What feeling am I going to give this? What's going to happen?
That's true. And I'm gonna pick it up while you think for a second. I'm gonna pick that up because as I age,
mm-hmm.
I've gotten more in tune to taking control of my thoughts
mm-hmm.
and my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Especially each and every one of us have the choice.
Mm-hmm.
And the choice is to feel good or to feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
No one
mm-hmm.
outside of ourselves can make us feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Someone can call you, someone can
mm-hmm.
say you look like Michael Jackson,
mm-hmm.
and I could laugh. Someone could say you so fat,
mm-hmm.
I could laugh too. But if I choose to believe that I am overweight,
mm-hmm.
then it makes me mad.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't want to believe that, I can laugh at that too. So it all depends on how you think and how you control and what you tell yourself. You know mm-hmm. what I mean? I have, especially when someone is trying to upset me or when pain happens, some people say that I just I brush it away.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that. It's my way of dealing with it because I know that if I wallow in pain and suffering, it affects my whole inner,
mm-hmm.
and I'm not good. Mm-hmm. So what I do is, it's not that I don't think about it. I try to change the page, knowing that I can only do what I can do. I only have the power that I can do. And there's a serenity prayer that basically says,
mm-hmm.
just this. As a matter of fact, I think it's a sin. Matter of fact, it is a sin
mm-hmm.
to worry and get upset about something that you don't control.
And that's true. That's very true. And it sounds so simple.
Yes, it does.
It sounds very simple. And it is simple. It can be simple if you do the prerequisite work of understanding that you literally get to assign a thought or a feeling to the things that happen. So when things happen on the news or things happen when your children do things, you get to decide if you're going to get. So what I was going to say is, we were going to change my son's school and we had applied for him to go to a certain school. And we got the letter yesterday that he didn't get into the school. Now he went in the interview and told the people, they were like, why do you want to come to this school? I don't want to come to this school. I'm being forced to come to this school. My mom wants me to come to this school.
That was so good.
And then he said to me, honesty is the best policy. Right, Mom? Thanks, 12-year-old. Right. So when I shared with his tutor yesterday, she And other people too, they were like, oh, I'm so sorry, and and this, and things like that. And I didn't feel any way about it. I was just like,
Well, they asked him how he felt.
oh, in the interview.
Yeah.
Right. But when he talked to his dad about it, he cried. So I was like, pick a side,
He
bro.
cried about what?
Not getting in.
Oh, because he didn't like the rejection. But it was kind of like a trick question. You know what I mean? They asked him how he really feel.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
like,
And he answered. And I didn't, everybody's like, oh, he said that. What did you say? What could I say? He said it already. I ain't going to beat him.
Right.
Right. Like, what am I going to do? So the point is, what I'm saying is, when that happened, I'm bringing this here because when that happened, I had the choice to be like, oh man, this is horrible. He didn't get in. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? I was like, all right, he didn't get in. We got to pivot. It's not a big deal.
He's 12 years old.
He's 12 years old. And now you're not going to karate summer camp. You're going to college summer camp because
you're going to punish him?
It's not a punishment. I'm going to enrich your life, sir. I can't wait to tell him that part.
Oh my God.
Now no more karate camp. It's college camp from now on.
Oh man.
But the point is, when we got the news,
so now you gotta learn.
We can hear you again.
Oh, okay.
We can hear
now
you.
You're gonna make him learn about, Abraham Lincoln birthday.
No, I'm not. They have different programs that he can learn about. I'm going to put him in a robotics program. They also have a web development, AWS, Amazon cloud system program. And that's what you're going to be doing instead of Hi-Ya. And
12 years old.
12.
Glad you and my mom at 12. 12 years old. I wanted to be a kid. I wanted to eat some Jolly Rogers. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to have a good time because I knew the rest of my life.
He had a good time when he told people in that interview.
I'm so proud of him. Wait till I see him.
They forcing me to come here.
Wait till
I don't want to come here.
I'm going to tell him, man, it's so good for you to be honest, be with yourself, or whatever. Okay. But anyway, so
the point is, when things happen, you have a choice how you respond, how you receive them. And that's very important for you to know before you can start programming your subconscious mind. Because if I start talking to you about how you can program your subconscious mind and you are of the false illusion of believing that things happen to you instead of happening for you, then you're like, how can I program my subconscious mind when all this is happening to me and this and this and this? Like, you put yourself in victim mode. But in order for you to program your subconscious mind, you need to come out of victim mode and realize that you have the power. You are the victor over things that happen. So when things happen, you can either lay down and say, why did this happen? Woe is me. Or you can say, listen, this just happened. I get to choose my response to it. I get to choose how I view it. I get to choose what's next. Like, I get to choose what I do. Okay, your husband cheated on you or somebody slapped your face. You get to choose what you do in retaliation. Like, you literally get to choose. And yes, they slapped your face and you slap them back. But what happens next? So in order for you to understand that, I really want y'all to separate the things that happen and separate the emotion and start looking at it from an objective perspective. Like, it just happened. Don't assign it good or bad. Don't assign it right or wrong. It just happened. Now that it happened, it's almost like looking at this phone. If this was an Android, because I don't know nothing about Androids, like, okay, it's a phone. It's not a bad phone or it's not. Let me see. Let me look at it this way. Let me look at it. If you start looking at things that happen that way, then what happens is you'll start to see the possibilities of what can be instead of being focused on what happened and assigning it a lower vibrating or a victim-minded emotion. Does that make sense? Yeah. I feel like I lost you.
Because you sounded... very smart and intelligent, and as you sounded very smart and intelligent. And
but the people got it. You want me to come on? I keep telling y'all, we in the deep end of the pool. We're not in a kiddie pool.
Okay, so let me give you
let me give you a visual.
Okay,
because I like to paint pictures with words.
That's right.
That's what I like to do. I'm an architect.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Right. You talking that talk. But you're going to be doing that because your reflection, okay? You got to look at the reflection. See, you see me, you see yourself. And she always wind up doing it. You know what I mean? She always wind up. She talk about me, and all of a sudden she's doing it. You know what I mean?
Exact same way.
What she's seeing me, it's in her. Okay, so let me give a good example. So when we say learning how to trick your subconscious mind, because you have a subconscious mind, whether you use it or not. I'm telling you. It is there. It's like each and every one of us, if we're alive, we have a heart. We do have a heart. Okay, we do. We just, you didn't put it there. Matter of fact, most of us don't even know how it works, but we have a heart. We also have
hearts.
We have a heart. hearts. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Everybody have beats, boop, 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 boop. Everybody have it. You didn't put it there. You don't know how it works. You don't know what you know. Okay, it's there. Same thing, not just the heart. When you have a subconscious mind, they can't even find it. It's in there because it's invisible, but it's the most powerful thing. Matter of fact, the subconscious mind actually controls and has the blood and the heartbeat. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe that? Yeah, it's not a battery. It's something that they can't even. They can cut your head open. They can't find it. Now that right there is amazing and worth studying in and of itself. You talking about who? That is better than the battery. Okay, that's in there, and it's making your arteries, making your blood, it's doing all that. Subconscious mind. That's why you have to be careful how you think. You thinking doom and gloom will show up. That's why the scripture says, what you have feared have come upon you. I remember this guy going to high school. This guy, his name is Oink. This guy
was scared to swim and he drowned. Is that the
before?
same? Oh my God, so many times. But tell the people here, they never
see that.
They never heard him
all through middle school. He good basketball
good
player.
Story.
And we used to go to PE. We used to swim. He was so scared. We used to take water and just throw it on him. He was just petrified about swimming. It's come learn how to swim. He didn't want to learn how to swim. Fast forward, we go to high school. He get a scholarship to go to Florida, University of Florida, play basketball. That summer, he gets in the canoe with some people and drowns, and he's dead. Okay, what you feel have come upon you. That's what I'm trying to tell you, how you got to trick that subconscious mind. Stop dwelling on what you don't want. Start dwelling on what you want, because your subconscious mind is like your genie, your invisible genie that will go and do your biddings. No matter how it's going to happen. Stop getting in the way. How that's going to happen. I can't be no singer. No, just tell your subconscious mind that you're going to make more money. I do it every year. I tell my subconscious mind, listen, we're going to make more money this year than we ever made before. I don't even know who's going to call me, knock on the door. I don't know. But let me tell you something. It works if you work it. But if you don't even know that you even have a subconscious mind to talk to use your mind and your thoughts to impregnate, you won't do it. You'll just be looking, saying, nah, I ain't nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing, so and so, and it ain't gonna happen. No, that's not the miracle of it. Scientists, doctors, none of them, they cannot understand the subconscious mind. Nobody, because the creator of the heavens and the earth, the same dude who made the moon and in the sky controls that. Can they talk to him? Do they know him? That same dude that made the moon and the stars and the sky, that's who controls it. Not no science. You can't go to class. You can't pass no tests. So what I'm trying to tell you is to learn how to trick your subconscious mind. Ask for it. But you can't just ask for it and go to sleep. When I say I want to make more money this year than I ever made before, you know what that also means? That means I'm going to see more people.
You're going to have to work harder, more, not harder, but you're going to have to do more work.
That's right. But thankfully, I got my sharp-eyed daughter here who's all into animation and programming and AI. What I want to do, she's saying, Dad, instead of you physically having to to talk your full head off, we're going to have a system where you can do it, and it's going to be doing, you know?
I'm so glad you're embracing this now.
Yes.
Okay. You were very antiquated for a long time. I'm so glad you are open.
Change, my dear, change.
I'm so glad.
Change, my dear, change. Okay. So I want you guys to zero in on this.
So I figured out what it is, because you say when I speak, it sounds like I'm speaking like with a lot of words and
so intelligent
and so intelligently. And you know what? When you speak, I feel like it's a lot. It's a lot.
You heard the story before. You heard about Oink. You heard about him. You heard it before. All my children, you know, all 5 of my children, they're like, oh my God, he's gonna talk again. You know?
No, it's
like the preacher's
children. I like when you talk. Because you say some good stuff. And I feel like we need to give the people the steps, because hearing you say, I think sometimes you take for granted how gifted you are. And how much of the chosen one? Remember, you had us calling you the big kahuna when we were children?
I told you I was chosen because they were doing dumb stuff. So, I was like,
I'm the big kahuna. You basically said I'm the original Don Dada, right? But I
said it with humor. I always smile.
Big kahuna.
I always smile when I said it.
But seriously, I think sometimes you forget that what comes easy to you, other people actually need some steps. So although it may seem like I am speaking with a lot of words and so intelligently, I do use simple language so that people can actually take steps.
No, you do.
And because I don't want you all to be entertained and motivated and then go back to your regular routine without some practical steps that you can take. So when I say when things happen, because when you click off of here today, something is going to happen. You're going to experience something. And in that moment, I want you to remember, hey, this happened. I can objectively look at it. I don't have to tie it to an emotion. I don't have to say it's right or wrong. I don't have to say it's good or bad. I don't have to say they don't like me. They're trying to hurt me. I don't have to say any of that. I can just say this happened. And when you empower yourself in that way, then we can shift over and cross over into your subconscious mind and like, wow, since I am able to control that stuff, now I can control the hidden, which is the subconscious mind. Because really and truly, programming your subconscious mind is just programming your subconscious mind is about you turning your ship. Imagine a big cruise ship.
Focusing.
When you're on a cruise ship, for any of you who have taken a cruise, or even if you haven't, when you're on a cruise ship, you know that you're not starting off, you're not cruising just going in a straight line. Now, when you're cruising, very rarely do you experience the same turns and shifts that you experience when you're in a car. When you're in a car and you come to a corner, you know you're going to turn left. Like, oh, we made a left turn, we made a right turn. You can be on a cruise ship and not realize that you have turned right or you've turned left or whatever the case may be.
Unconscious.
Because it's small. It's just so subtle. So when we talk about your subconscious mind, you really thinking about your subconscious mind and making the intention to start programming your subconscious mind. It is the equivalent of you making changes and you programming your subconscious mind. It's the equivalent of you turning a large cruise ship. It's going to feel different. I have to explain this to you because, again, in a car, if I need to make a right turn and you're in the car with me, you know that we turned right. Because you are used to that, you are used to doing things and then experiencing the immediate results. That's consciously. If I want to stand up right now and walk downstairs, I'm used to that happening. When it comes to your subconscious mind, I don't want you to give up. I want you to picture the cruise ship. I am making changes. I am doing new behaviors. I am affirming myself. I am reading new books. And all of this is seeping in my subconscious mind. And although it's not like I'm in an automobile, well, I know I made a sharp right or a left, this cruise ship is turning, i.e. my life is changing because I'm programming my subconscious mind. So I want you to look at your subconscious mind as the cruise ship, as the people, the captain who is in the cruise ship and navigating whatever y'all call a thing that y'all navigate in boats, and we're getting to our destination.
Okay. All right. So let me ask
did you like that picture?
Yeah, but I want
still a lot of words.
It's still a lot of words. Okay, I want you to, because in the last 3, 4, 5 months, you lost weight, and you didn't go to.
Actually, go ahead. I was gonna say it started maybe like, I guess around my birthday, around Goddess Day.
Okay, but you wanted to lose weight, and you didn't want to go. You didn't want to just go get some surgery or not.
No.
Right. So, and you still wanted to eat good. So you told your subconscious mind, this is what I'm going to do. Now, even though you told, because you got the results, you look good, you lost the weight, we see it. Everybody in the office see what you said you was going to do. It was before and it was after. You couldn't have done that on your own. You did it because you took control of your subconscious mind. You did the thing and the result came. The subconscious mind did that and did that. How, and take us through the part when I say you have to be conscious of it and on it in order for the subconscious mind to do its thing. You need to be a part. So the subconscious mind is like a genie. It'll go out and get you want you. Just like if I said I want more money this year, 2023, than I made in 2022. I can't just say that and then go home and just watch Netflix and go to sleep. Because from the creator to your subconscious mind, it's your helper. It's not your slave. So helper means that I'm going to assist you and help you. You just have to, we just have to say, this is what we want to do and be committed to doing the things that we need to do, especially when we don't feel like doing it. That's very, very key, right? Don't worry about when the weight gonna come. off how many pounds this week. That's not your job, because your organs and your heart, your subconscious mind controls all of that. Controls your metabolism. When I say I want to make more money in 2023, I don't have to worry about who gonna call me. I don't have to sit by the phone. All I gotta do is do my thing, service the people that come before me.
Educate yourself, keep learning.
Gotta educate myself. That's why I took that. Educate myself. I gotta keep coming up with new, innovative ideas to help people, and then it will happen, because it's a partnership. It's an agreement, right? Would you agree?
Absolutely.
It's definitely an agreement. That's a good word when you're dealing with your subconscious mind. It is an agreement. So take us through the steps, since you like the steps on how.
I love the steps.
Okay,
man.
so let's take us through the
steps of what?
Of how you accomplished your goal.
Oh, so it wasn't about losing weight for me, because I miss my booty. Like I wanted a big juicy booty.
Oh God!
Like it was. It wasn't about that, right?
Don't say that. It was about health.
Right.
Okay, so
it was only about like
pair that journey with the power of the subconscious mind. Because it takes two. You can't just say, "Hey, I want this, I want that." No, it's something for you to do every time. You got to be a part of it.
Right. So it's like, so me changing my eating habits. And
was that hard? I know you want a Big Mac burger. I know you want a burger.
A Whopper with cheese, extra hot, cut in half, extra sauce.
So it takes
extra
discipline.
Mayonnaise, pickles, tomatoes.
So part of so discipline.
Right. And so thinking about that, right? So when I took the children to the fair last week, Monday, we went to the fair, and normally I go to the fair to eat.
Desi say help us.
I go to the fair to eat, right? And so I had a choice, because who goes to the youth fair and you don't get an elephant ear? I mean, that I go to youth fair, I have an elephant ear, and I take it home. I take one home, and I get my cotton candy and stuff. But I didn't do any of that this time, and nobody was saying, "Hyacinth, you better not eat this." I could eat it and then be okay and understand it's going to come out. But I knew that, because my ultimate goal is to have my body functioning in optimal health, right? So my intention shifted from not just being here, but being here in optimal health. So because of that, I was like, well, girl, if you eat that elephant ear, it ain't nothing but gluten. And you know how that's going to affect your body, and you know what's going to happen after that.
So you was having an intimate conversation with yourself.
Right. And at this point, it's not a long conversation.
But you still talking to yourself.
Right. And they still had the donut burgers at the fair. Can you believe that?
Donut burgers?
Donut burger. Donut burger.
I never had a donut burger. A donut burger, when I see that, my whole mind think about heart attack.
I'm gonna make one.
Heart attack, a donut burger. Yes. Like a glazed donut.
A donut for the bun, donut.
A powder donut, burger, a dry donut, or like a glazed donut.
Hot and ready.
With meat in it in between.
Yes, because the sweet and salty contrast.
I can imagine what that do to your arteries.
Oh my God.
Clog them up like a straw. Got some potatoes all in the straw. How the blood gonna flow through the artery? Oh my God.
So Larissa says, what's an elephant ear? It's funny that you asked that, because one of my daughter's friends, who's like my bonus daughter at this point, she was like, Miss Henderson, y'all down here eating elephant ears? I can't believe that. Y'all in Miami, y'all eat. And she thought it was a real elephant's ear.
Oh.
And I said, so now Larissa says that too. And I said, no, Bree, it's not an elephant's ear. It ain't nothing but dough. Right. So they make it big. It's dough, basically.
Big, lumpy.
It's big and in the shape of an elephant's ear, but it's really nothing but dough and water.
Powdered dough, like a big pancake or something like that.
Yeah, but it's fluffy and crispy, and you put powdered sugar and stuff like that on it. But it's sweet. It's sweet. So the point of
it's a honey bun.
It's not like a honey bun.
It's like that stuff.
It's
heart attack.
The point is having the conversation with myself, and it's gotten easier, right? So there was no anger. There was no, let me just taste a little piece. It was just, let's keep walking by. So we're bringing this, I want to see how we're going to bring this back into this conversation about your subconscious mind and the action that you take. Because once you realize that you can program your subconscious mind and you have a choice, you absolutely do need to take action. I can't sit here and say I'm going to live to 120 and then do things to accelerate my transition. I was talking to Patrick the other day, and he was telling me about somebody who, drinks and smokes and does this drug and this drugs. And he was telling me felt so concerned for his friend. I said, he's trying to accelerate his death.
Right.
And he was like, huh? What do you mean? I said, no, think about it. He's doing all the things,
all the required things,
all at the same time to accelerate his death.
Right.
So sometimes as we say we want one thing, we have to think about the actions that we are doing and if they are in alignment with what we say that we want. Because you can tell yourself and attempt to program your subconscious mind and say, you want this, you want wealth, you want abundance, you want longevity, you want good health, you want happiness, you want joy, you want love. But if you go out into the world and you are angry with everybody that comes across you, like you are angry, you are bitter, you just mad for no reason, how are you going to get these things? Your
Right.
actions aren't aligning with what you say you want. So that's very important to note, that you must be the change as well. But I see that as small potatoes in comparison to coming up to the place of understanding and awareness that you get to control your subconscious mind. I feel like you coming to the awareness that you can control, like, hold up, I get to choose, I get to pick. That is so powerful, because the average person believes that what they say matters. They believe that what they've been taught is law. They believe that. And so here it is, you find yourself acting like cattle in a herd, doing the same stupid stuff day in and day out and wondering why you aren't getting far. So when you come to this place of understanding and realization, like, hold on, I get to choose. And I don't have to be outraged about what they tell me to be outraged. The news, I pick on the news every time I talk, because the news is a wonderful example of subconscious programming. Why do you think they call it programming? Back in the days, they used to call TV program. My granny said, I got to watch my program. They put things on the news and they tell you how to feel
And what to think.
and what to think about it. It
Yes.
is amazing to me that just 3 years ago, they told everybody that unless you did certain things, you could not travel, you could not do this, you couldn't do this. And people literally thought it was going to be like that forever. Do you understand that?
No, I do. I understand it. And that's but a lot of, but we're talking about this because it's very, very important, and you need to pick up from somewhere. You need to start learning this stuff because it's very, very important. And as you were speaking,
Mhm.
I was thinking about examples to give them about programming, tricking, and taking control of this genie. All of us have it, inner
Mhm.
genie,
Mhm.
and it's called subconscious mind. How
Mhm.
do you tap into it and control it like a steering wheel?
Mhm.
Because you can't control it like a steering wheel. Okay, so I give a case in point. Two things happened to me last week.
Mhm.
One, I'm so busy. On if there's such a thing in terms of anxiety, you and I was talking about this with so many books that we want to read,
Mhm.
and we start reading 5 books at one time and stuff. You
Oh
know
my
what I mean?
God. Yes.
And we just because we thirst for more knowledge and information, because we know every time we learn something, that only triggers us like we want more.
Exactly.
You know, and so it's like more and more and more. One of the things I always want to go back really and just learn more of and still continue to do, so I can do 10 things at one time, is
that a dig?
It's more
That was.
or you do it too if you have 3 books. Okay, it's like Black history.
Mhm.
And then I was talking to a lady who deals with veterans, and she was telling, I was making we segue into it. We was having a conversation, and she says, Robert, do you know that there is a course you can go on YouTube? It's free, and it's called Crash Course Black American History.
Mhm.
Now, it fits me so good. It's 52 little tippets.
Mhm.
5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can listen to it in your car. You can put it on your phone while you exercising, and you learn something about Black history. And they even have like a little animation, little cartoons. And it's not like you got to read a 500-page book and it's boring and you get this interesting. Every little snippet is so interesting, and it's like 7 minutes, 10 minutes. I need that. So when I found, but listen, my subconscious mind wanted that. I wanted that. And I was trying to say, I need to get the information. Do you know my subconscious mind went out? This lady called me. We're talking about veterans and their benefits and me helping veterans. And we segued on it since that was in my subconscious. That was in my mind. My subconscious mind summoned her, and she led me directly to Crash Course Black American History. Y'all got to look at that.
So you first had the thought that you wanted to learn more about Black American history.
That's right. I first had the thought. I didn't know how, when, but I wanted to get time. Like, I read so much about finance stuff, business stuff, education, money stuff.
You ready to learn about astrology and magic?
That will come. Okay. That will come.
Since you're looking for new topics.
No. Because I'm on 265 days of Spanish. I do that at night. Okay.
So is that
Spanish? No. I'm doing my thing, and then I'm still taking my piano lessons, but that's balance. I'm doing that too, right? Listen, y'all. I want y'all to go to YouTube and check out Crash Course Black American History. I think Aaron, you checked it out last Saturday. I talked about. Okay.
Oh, good.
That was one thing. The second one was, real estate. We love real estate. We love buying lots. We love buying land because they ain't making no more land. And when you own land, you have some sort of control. And then you find out about zoning. And there's a lot of money out there in different CRAs and different municipalities all throughout the country. But buy some land, okay? Some lots. And we're so proud of you and your husband. Y'all just bought.
Hello. This is the World Wide Web.
Okay, but anyway, all right. Anyway, so we love that. But then I was thinking about it, and I said, because Antonio's finishing up his contractor's a license, so we're gonna start building duplexes and triplexes and 10 units. So we can buy them wholesale instead of paying this this crazy price, right? So I was thinking about, wow, man, is there a better way? And then I was thinking about that. I didn't know when. My subconscious mind brought me an idea that there's a company 10 minutes away from my office that does manufactured steel housing. Right now, technology and AI, they're building houses not just the old-fashioned way.
Oh, no.
They're actually doing
3D printing.
3D printing for a whole house. You know what I mean? They're doing all these little tiny houses. Because we still have a shortage in the country. So I looked and I found out, and there's a manufacturing company here, 10 minutes from that they actually build houses, duplexes. 2-story duplexes. They look like cube modern. They don't look like no manufacturing house or some shabby stuff. You'll be embarrassed. They look good. So I told the lady I talked to, I said, listen, give me an example. Let me see some of your models. I went online, looked at the models. I said, oh my God, this is like some high-end stuff. How much that one right there cost? She said $125,000. I said, has that been built here anywhere in Florida? She said, yeah, right there in Miami. I'll show you one. I Zillowed it. A market value of $498,000. I said, hold on, this costs $125,000. And as soon as they put it on the lot, now it's appraised at, because real estate doesn't appraise based on how much you paid for it, or doesn't appraise on how much equity or mortgage you have on it. Real estate values are based on appraisal in that area. So if you find a lot, just a lot, and all the houses in that lot going for $600,000-$700,000, and you get that lot for $75,000, and you put $125,000 structure on it, the next week it's going to be worth $600,000-$700,000 because all the other houses are valued at that. That's just the way it works. Okay. But that's my point when I'm trying to say, I never knew where it was going to come, how it was going to come. This is an example how you focus and be aware of how your subconscious mind will help you. You have to have good intentions. You have to, I shouldn't say good intentions because I don't really know if your intentions are good and bad. You just have to focus on it, believe it, want it, think about it, and you're impressing that. And your genie will actually go out and find it for you. Be careful, because if you're looking for danger, it will find you danger. Whatever you're looking for, it will come. You just have to be conscious to it, and you have to want it. Whatever you want to do, I'm telling you, you will be able to do it if you know how to program your subconscious mind. There's no excuse. Everybody have it. It's no prejudice. It doesn't discriminate. We all have it. You need to focus. It is a gift from the Creator. Just like you have a heart, just like you have lungs, just like you have blood running through you. You have something that you don't know about how to use it, never been taught how to use it. It is worth you investigating, finding out. What else you got? But time, right?
I was thinking that Saturn is Sabado. Did you say that? Okay.
Really? All that I said, you thinking about the planets.
It's very important to me.
You see,
Very
you see, that's what I'm saying. She talk about me, but it's her too. She's looking in the mirror, What about Domingo, which is Sunday? What is that?
Dominion, Lord, the Lord's Day. Lord. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I hope you all learned something. I hope we didn't. I hope you got somebody to segment how
They
to
got
trick
a lot out of this
how to
segment.
trick your subconscious mind, how to make it work for you. You can't blame anybody. Uh, it's out there. The more you learn, that you'll find out that there's more to learn. That's what's so great about learning. Learning to me is like finding a a big lot and digging a hole, and you find some gold there. If you was on that lot and you just got a little shovel and start digging and you found some gold, as soon as you find a little piece of gold where you just say, okay, I found the gold, that's it, and go home and never dig again, or you keep digging. That's how learning and growing and wisdom and understanding, that's how it becomes contagious, and you should be out there every day digging that whole yard up.
It's like a story in The Science of Getting Rich where they talk about the people who were digging in right before they struck, they gave up. But going back really quickly to you sharing the beautiful, wonderful examples that you just shared.
Don't mean you think about Salvador. You such a
Going back to those examples.
You think about Salvador, satin and stuff. Well, go ahead.
It's important. It's very important to know what the planetary rulers are, the day and the hour. But going back to that, right? So very nice examples. Thank you so much for bringing that to the show and sharing that with us today. The people have a visual, but something that's very important to note is, yes, you said that you wanted to make these connections, or you wanted to learn about Black history. You know, we are building, we love land, and that's some of the things that we buy, right? So that's on your mind. But in order for it to come into your 3D reality, you could not be sitting at home or sitting in your office. You had to be out communicating with people, talking with people, and making the connection.
It's something to do, right?
And you have to be a pleasant person. This is so important. I think that this is very important because a lot of times people say that they want things and they wonder why what they want. They think that they're having a problem manifesting. They think they're having a problem bringing things in their 3D reality, and it's not, because as soon as you ask, it is given. As soon as you say you want it, all the whole world, the planets, and everything else go to work to bring that to you. But, and I rarely say but, I usually like to say but if you are depressed, angry, mean, nasty, you're not going to be able to recognize the people and have the conversations who will expose you to certain things. So imagine the person who told him about this Black History YouTube channel, if he was just calling them for business and like, I just need this information, and not a pleasant person, an open disposition, the chances are the conversation would not have deviated to the point to, by the way, there's this YouTube channel and we're talking. Do y'all see that? And so this is important. I don't want to get too much on depression because I do believe that depression can be a very real thing, but your emotions matter. This is also why it's important for you not to stay in the state of being a victim and not to stay in lower vibrational states such as anger, guilt, shame, frustration, because when you are in those states, misery, when you're in those states, what I see is a cloud. So I see you in the corner with a dark cloud over you, and you're sitting there praying and begging and pleading and doing all these things, saying, I want to manifest this. And the sun is shining, the rainbows are happening over here, but you're faced the dark cloud in the corner.
Conflict.
You cannot even recognize it. And so you start to think, I'm praying, it ain't working. It's working. It as soon as you ask, it works, but you cannot be in that space to where you're sitting down in darkness and in misery or whatever the case may be, so that you don't stand up and walk outside and say, wow, oh my gosh, the sun is over here. Here's what I prayed for. Here's what I programmed my subconscious mind for. Here's what I set the intention for. And I don't want you to feel like if you're not depressed or if you're not walking around looking depressed or sad or crying, that this conversation isn't for you, because it is for you. Because a lot of times y'all be pretty and pissy. Excuse me. Y'all be pretty, like you be cute, but as soon as you open your mouth, people like, how you so pretty and so angry? And that affects the opportunities that you recognize. Notice I didn't say the opportunities that come to you. because the universe is abundant. Opportunities are all around. It's up to you to recognize them. But if you angry and grouchy and mean and miserable, you're not going to recognize the opportunities. And you're right. You may have a conversation with somebody you ever heard. Why she didn't tell me about that? Why they didn't tell me about that deal? I wouldn't tell you about it either. Look how you act. Look at your energy. You know what I mean? So that's very important as we're talking about your subconscious mind, and we're talking about you programming and you doing things and just taking your life to the next level. You can't be angry. Like you literally, matter of fact, you could be whatever you want to be and see how that works. Let me not tell you what you can't be. Do it. You do it. I'll call myself. Anything else you want to add?
Tricking the power, zero in how to trick your subconscious mind. You really got to get involved. You got to get engaged, because a lot of people are not engaged in their own life. You know that?
Oh my goodness, just watching it pass you by.
A lot of people are not engaged in their own life. What I mean by engaged is you, but you not engaged. You don't know nothing that. You don't even know where your body parts at. You can't even name all your body parts. So you know you're not engaged. You know what I mean? And you just go to 9 to 5, work, get paid Friday, weekend, whatever. That's not being engaged. There's a lot of things that's going on. Lots things that are going on that you can't see because your awareness is just dim, so to speak. So you want to be able to become alive. You want to see. You want more. Because when you start getting more, I tell you, it's like contagious. You want even more. You want more where that came from. You know what I mean? That's how goodness. That's how growth. That's the way it functions. You know. So hey, be all what you can be.
You like my nails?
You could be more than what you think you are. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, I do. I really do like your nails.
I know.
Why?
When I changed, I knew you would love them. When I changed my nails and I got them shorter, it reminded me. Do you remember when I was probably like 16?
I remember all that.
What I'm gonna say next, then, Big Kahuna?
No.
What I'm gonna say, Big Kahuna?
I'm a teller or whatever, you know.
Because you ain't studying what you need to be studying.
Study what I need to study.
You ain't studying that woo woo.
What you talking about?
I was 16 and I remember that I wanted acrylic nails. And Auntie Bunny, shout out to my Auntie Bunny, she took me to get my nails done. And when you saw them, you didn't like them. And you told me you would pay me $100 to take my nails off. Boy, one thing about him, he knew he had to have some money.
That's right.
95%
of your problems
can be solved by writing a check. So he said he was going to pay me $100 to take my. Now I'm 16. I just got my nails, and I could have been younger than that, but I just got my nails done, and he hated them.
You remember that? Huh?
I remember that. So
I said $100, take them nails off.
And they were like, "You gonna pay her to take the nails off?" So as I got them short yesterday and natural and everything, I'm in that era at this present moment. I thought about you. I was like, "Dang, I remember my daddy paid me $100 to take my nails off." And now look how that came full circle. So thank you for having the foresight to recognize that was it wasn't it. And the funny thing is, when I came in today and I was talking to DeVars, he said, "Oh, I like your nails." And I said to him, I said, "Is that code word for you didn't like the other ones?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Very good. Positive reinforcement about what you like instead of stating what you don't like." So yeah, I'm short now. I got short nails.
Boy, you're gonna get so many compliments and people gonna see you, they're gonna be like,
special agent.
You ain't with the rest of the cattle.
Right. That's why I did it too, because I'm starting to realize that I'm like, stuff is getting weird.
What?
Let me I don't want to be mistaken at all. Let me take these nails. And they were my nails, but let me cut them off. Like cut them down. I don't want you to think I'm one of them.
Alien attire. Yeah.
But you know, we're gonna start seeing aliens in the news now.
Okay. It is time to go now.
You want to talk about this?
Oh no, it's been 1 hour. It's time to go. I gotta go do some things, and then we gotta go to the manufacturer. You gonna go with us?
We'll save it for next week.
All right, we gotta go. All right, tell people next time they're gonna see my face. Aliens. Okay.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be on the news.
Okay. I know. But
they've been here for a while now.
I know, of course they have.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Saturday, 9 a.m.
Yes.
You and James T?
Yes.
All right. Saturday. Thank you for watching the Transitions show. If you haven't done so already.
Mental Mind show. Financial Physician show.
If you haven't done so already, please share this video to your timeline, share it in text message, share it in Messenger, just share it with all the people you love and care about. On Saturday at 9 a.m. in the a.m., join Mr. Robert Henderson Jr. and James T. Thomas for the Understanding Money show. And then next Wednesday, we'll be back. talking about aliens and what you need to do to prepare for them so that you won't be afraid. You can be prepared to welcome them with open arms next Wednesday at 12-ish. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like our Facebook page. Also, like us on YouTube. This streams to YouTube as well. So, like our YouTubes as well. All right. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.